Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today we have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for more tech insights, stay safe online cyber network. Disclaimer for educational purposes only. This essay is for educational purposes only. The information presented here is intended to raise awareness about the methods used to bypass two-factor authentication. It is not intended to be used for illegal activities. If you attempt to use this information for illegal purposes, you will be caught and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The importance of two-factor authentication. In today's digital world, online security is more important than ever. Hackers are constantly trying to steal our personal information, and we need to be doing everything we can to protect ourselves. One of the best ways to do this is to use two-factor authentication, or 2FA. Understanding two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is an extra layer of security that makes it much harder for hackers to access your accounts. Even if a hacker steals your password, they still won't be able to get into your account without also having access to your second factor. This could be something you have, like your phone, or something you are, like your fingerprint. Think of it like this. Your password is the key to your house, and 2FA is like having a security guard at the door. Even if someone steals your key, they still can't get into your house without getting past the security guard. Phishing, tricking the user. One of the most common ways that hackers bypass 2FA is through phishing attacks. These attacks are designed to deceive users into revealing sensitive information. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack where hackers trick users into giving up their personal information, such as their passwords or 2FA codes. This is often done by creating a sense of urgency or fear, making the user feel compelled to act quickly. They might do this by sending fake emails or text messages that look like they're from a legitimate company or organization. These messages often contain links to fake websites that are designed to look exactly like the real ones. For example, a hacker might send you an email that looks like it's from your bank, asking you to click on a link to verify your account. The email might even use the bank's logo and branding to make it look more convincing. If you click on the link, you'll be taken to a fake website that looks just like your bank's website. This fake site is designed to capture your login details. If you enter your login information on the fake website, the hacker will be able to steal it. Once they have your login details, they can access your real account and potentially cause significant harm. To protect yourself from phishing attacks, it's important to be aware of the signs. Look for generic greetings, spelling and grammar mistakes, and suspicious links. Always verify the sender's email address and be cautious of any unsolicited messages. Using two-factor authentication can add an extra layer of security, but it's not foolproof. Always be vigilant and never share your 2FA codes with anyone. If you receive a suspicious email, report it to your email provider and the company it claims to be from. This can help prevent others from falling victim to the same scam. Staying informed about the latest phishing techniques and cybersecurity threats can help you stay one step ahead of hackers. Regularly update your knowledge and share information with friends and family to help keep everyone safe. Finally, keep your software and security settings up to date. Regular updates can patch vulnerabilities that hackers might exploit. By staying proactive, you can reduce the risk of falling victim to phishing attacks. Remember, cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. By being cautious and informed, you can help protect not only yourself, but also your community from phishing attacks. Stay safe online and always think before you click. SIM swapping, hijacking your phone number. This is a growing threat in the digital age, where our phone numbers are often linked to our most sensitive accounts. Another common 2FA bypass technique is SIM swapping. This method is increasingly being used by cybercriminals to gain unauthorized access to personal information and financial accounts. SIM swapping is a type of attack where a hacker convinces your mobile phone provider to transfer your phone number to a SIM card that they control. This can be done through various deceptive tactics. Once the hacker has your phone number, they can intercept any two-factor authentication codes that are sent to your phone. This allows them to bypass security measures and gain access to your accounts. Hackers might use social engineering to trick customer service representatives into believing they are you. They might impersonate you convincingly, using personal information they have gathered from various sources. They might also bribe employees or exploit vulnerabilities in the phone carrier's systems. In some cases, they may even collaborate with insiders who have access to the necessary systems. Once they have control of your phone number, they can access your accounts that use SMS-based two-factor authentication. This includes your email, bank accounts, and social media profiles. The consequences of SIM swapping can be devastating. Victims may find themselves locked out of their accounts, with their personal information and finances at risk. To protect yourself, it's important to be aware of the signs of SIM swapping. If you suddenly lose service on your phone or receive unexpected notifications, contact your mobile provider immediately. Consider using app-based two-factor authentication instead of SMS-based methods. Apps like Google Authenticator or Authy provide an extra layer of security that is not reliant on your phone number. Regularly update your account security settings and use strong, unique passwords for each of your accounts. This can help minimize the risk of unauthorized access. Stay informed about the latest cybersecurity threats and best practices. Knowledge is your first line of defense against cybercriminals. By taking these precautions, you can help protect yourself from the dangers of SIM swapping and keep your personal information safe. Exploiting software vulnerabilities. Sometimes, hackers can bypass two-factor authentication by exploiting vulnerabilities in the software that websites and apps use. These vulnerabilities might allow hackers to bypass the two-factor authentication process altogether, or they might allow them to intercept two-factor authentication codes before they reach the user. For example, there have been cases where hackers have exploited vulnerabilities in web browsers to steal two-factor authentication codes that were being entered on websites. In other cases, hackers have exploited vulnerabilities in mobile operating systems to intercept two-factor authentication codes that were being sent to mobile devices. Real-world examples of two-factor authentication breaches. Unfortunately, there have been many real-world examples of two-factor authentication breaches. Despite the added layer of security that 2FA provides, it is not completely foolproof. Cybercriminals are constantly evolving their tactics to find ways to bypass these security measures. In 2019, for example, hackers were able to bypass two-factor authentication and gain access to accounts on a popular cryptocurrency exchange. This breach resulted in the loss of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. The attackers used sophisticated methods to intercept the 2FA codes sent to users' devices. The hackers were able to do this by exploiting a vulnerability in the exchange's two-factor authentication system. This vulnerability allowed them to intercept the 2FA codes and use them to gain unauthorized access to user accounts. The breach highlighted the importance of regularly updating and patching security systems to protect against such vulnerabilities. In another example, in 2020, hackers were able to bypass two-factor authentication and gain access to the Twitter accounts of several high-profile individuals, including Elon Musk and Bill Gates. This breach was part of a larger attack that targeted numerous high-profile accounts to promote a cryptocurrency scam. The hackers were able to do this by using social engineering to trick Twitter employees into giving them access to the company's internal systems. They posed as legitimate employees and convinced the Twitter staff to provide them with the necessary credentials. This incident underscores the importance of training employees to recognize and respond to social engineering attacks. These examples demonstrate that while two-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security, it is not infallible. Organizations and individuals must remain vigilant and adopt additional security measures, such as regular system updates, employee training, and the use of advanced authentication methods to protect against evolving cyber threats. By staying informed and proactive, we can better safeguard our digital assets and personal information, staying ahead of the hackers. So, what can you do to protect yourself from two-factor authentication bypass attacks? First, it's important to be aware of the different ways that hackers can bypass two-factor authentication. This will help you to be more vigilant and to spot phishing attacks and other scams. Second, you should use strong passwords and two-factor authentication for all of your important accounts. Make sure your passwords are long, unique, and difficult to guess. Avoid using the same password for multiple accounts. Conclusion: two-factor authentication is important, but stay vigilant. Two-factor authentication is a powerful security measure that can significantly enhance the protection of your online accounts. However, it's not foolproof. Hackers are constantly finding new ways to bypass security measures, and it's crucial to stay informed about the latest threats. By understanding the methods used by attackers and remaining vigilant, you can minimize the risk of falling victim to two-factor authentication bypass attempts. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback, Cyber Network.